Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see what we can do with it. Going to hit at 200. Silly user interface. Going to add a bit of contrast. Actually, I think the contrast should stay in the middle for this, to be honest. Right, let's see what we have to present. We have here, this is the book, the magazine. It's called The Ladie. Sounds a bit sexist in this day and age, but it's called The Ladie, so yeah, there you have it. It's called The Ladie, and we're going to photocopy this. I don't know who the fuck Patricia Routledge is. It's her there, obviously, but this is an example of a celebrity that's tiny. I'm not good at remembering much celebrity trivia, especially with micro celebrities, as I refer to them as. I'll refer to them as, because I just can't remember all the names and all the faces. I'm not interested anyway, folks, to be honest. I might just remember some big ones or some of the micro ones which I happen to like their music. For example, like the Human League, who you probably never heard of. They haven't been on the radio for a very long time, except on, nostalgic radio channels, stations, like WSFM, the song called Don't You Want Me, if you remember that song back in 1981, 1982, when it was big. But most people don't know about it. But I like their music. They're very talented. So therefore I like their shit, and therefore I follow them. But I don't follow celebrities just because they're celebrities, I don't have this desire to just know about them. I just pick and choose what I like and what appeals to me, and I don't worry about what other people think. I just pick and choose, and that's it. And if I don't like their music, I don't like them, chances are. So it's like that. So I don't bother trying to remember names and faces and shit and trivia. Wondering if this is good enough. Looks good. So I just don't have any desire to be a walking celebrity encyclopedia. A lot of people do. They just seem to have this compulsion to know everything and anything about pop culture and shit like that. As I said, I'm just selective. I just select what I like, and that's it. And I don't bother with what I don't bother with what I don't care about. It's like that in life. You've got to pick and choose what you're going to do in life, instead of just trying to be too general. One day I want to design photocopiers that are really, how should I put it, easy to use. And it's going to require me to specialise in photocopiers instead of me spreading my stuff thin. If I'm just trying to be more than one person too much, I can't get it done. So I've got to concentrate on certain areas in my life. And watching celebrities is something I haven't got any room for or any desiring. A lot of people do it. I don't understand what the big deal is. This is not a big magazine. The Ladie, I've never heard of it until today. I'll have to just classify it as a women's magazine, even though that sounds a bit sexist. Sorry about the sexism, folks. It's just for illustrative purposes. Now, I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be, but it sounds a bit old-fashioned. It's called The Ladie. It sounds very old-fashioned. I'm not sure whether it's a gossip magazine or whatever. Some magazines just hard to classify. This one doesn't have its cover, so I can't work out exactly what it is, but I suspect it's just another trashy type of, maybe a less well-known, up-and-coming tabloid magazine. I certainly don't know this celebrity, so let's see if we can make her look interesting. Okay, let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's a blurry picture from the original. The original looks blurry, which actually kind of makes it more interesting in some ways. A little bit difficult to try and line up the segments with a bit of the fuzz that we have in this image. So let's see if we can make it look good. So the Ladie, it's an interesting name for a magazine. I've never heard of that magazine until today. So, sounds a bit old-fashioned and sexist, you know, but if you're a man and you want to read this, you know, go ahead. Who gives a shit what it says? Anyway, that looks quite nice. I think now we can call this demo quits.